is Sarah Simmons. So when you're joining us from LinkedIn, from YouTube, and from Zoom, welcome. We're going to get started in a couple of minutes. So I'm really excited to see you here today. Welcome to everybody joining on Zoom. Put your names in the chat, whether you're joining us on LinkedIn, whether you're joining us on YouTube. Where are you from? What do you do? And why are you here? So my name is Sarah Simmons and I am CEO at Impact Innovator. What we do here at Impact Innovator is very unique. We have the #1 business growth mastermind, helping founders, coaches, and consultants lead as category of one businesses. And we do that by giving them a system to really understand their business from a buyer's point of view. So over the next 80 to 90 minutes today, what I am sharing with you guys is a proven roadmap, a 5-step system that is gold. This roadmap is how you can stand out to buyers as the leader in your niche. I'm sharing $5 billion buyer secrets that are going to give you an implementation roadmap that you can start implementing straight away to grow your business, not as one of many, but as one of one. So let's dive in because we have loads to get on with. Now, have your cups of tea, your water, and your notebooks at the ready. Got it there? Amazing. Brilliant. Now, this is what you're going to be getting as a return on your time today. The big secret I'm going to share with you is a very simple, and the beauty of this playbook is its simplicity, a very simple 5-step playbook you need to become the only choice in your niche. And I'm going to explain from a buyer's point of view why being the only choice is so important today. So if you can, put your cameras on throughout and chat to me throughout. This is a very interactive session. It's very intimate, right? And it's giving you an opportunity to connect in real life on Zoom. And I have clients from all over the world that I meet in real life and on Zoom, and it all starts right here, right now, connecting. So the 5 secrets that I'm going to share with you today, each of these secrets will enable you, if you're a founder, coach, or consultant, to build sustainable growth organically. So hands up who is a coach, hands up who is a consultant, hands up who is a founder, right? Whatever you do, hands up whether you make products, hands up whether you make services, whether you make product, whether you make services. This roadmap is proven to enable you to build sustainable growth. I was talking to a founder yesterday and they were like, you know what, Sarah, I've done so many systems and spoke to so many experts and, nothing helps me build sustainable growth. I know, I hear you. I've been there myself. Now, these 5 secrets are going to tell you why sustainable growth is so hard and how to overcome that. We're going to talk about why 99% of entrepreneurs get overlooked, and it isn't what you think. We're going to talk about the proven framework that will transform you into the only choice in your niche in 30 days. Does that sound good? Put a thumbs up. Hell yeah. Oh, Sarah, I think I need a whiskey. Okay, they're going to be the choices throughout. Hell yeah, thumbs up. What are you talking about? I need a whiskey. Right, we're also going to talk about today in our secrets, the roadmap that no one teaches you to make buyers say yes instantly. And no, you can't Google this or ChatGPT this. I'm going to also share with you live case studies of entrepreneurs transforming from one of many to 6 7, and 8-figure scale. And I'm going to give you limited access to the complete system I'm sharing with you today. This isn't tactics or another hack. This is game-changing buyer infrastructure. So you can see and scale your business from the inside out, from what a buyer really wants from you. Now, I understand if you can't stay to the end, but here's why I really recommend that you do. Because, if you leave before the end, you'll get proven frameworks, you'll get great case studies, but you will miss secret 3, the billion-dollar buying secret that makes everything else work. And secret 5, the one system you need to scale in months, not years. Now, I'm offering all of you a really special opportunity today. I'm offering at the end of our session the opportunity to get on a category of 1 growth assessment call with me. And for those of you that can't stay until the end, there's a QR code here where you can book that call. Now, I only reveal 9 call spots a week, and the next 3 are guaranteed to be with me for the next 3 people who book the call. This call is so key because in the calls, we unlock your business from a buyer point of view. We unlock what your opportunity is to actually lead as a category of 1 and where your biggest opportunity is to make more growth and more impact instantly with your dream buyers. So there's that QR code. Take a screenshot of it. And if you're ready, book that call straight away if you want a guaranteed spot with me. So if you're here, these thoughts have probably crossed your mind, and feel free to put a hell yeah at any point. Sarah, I'm brilliant at what I do, but it is so hard to get buyers to see me. Do you connect with that, guys? I'm brilliant at what I do, but it's so hard to get buyers to see me. I hear you. How about this one? Sarah, why do founders with worse offers make 10 times more money than me? Connecting with that one? Yeah, I hear you. Hi, Donna, welcome. And hi, Sean. Hi, Dr. Magdalena. Hi, Malvina. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Anthony. Hi, Alex. Hi, Heike. Hi, Curtis. Hi, Brett. Welcome, welcome. So, what about these thoughts? Sarah, I've hired agencies, coaches, experts. I've spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, but I'm still not scaling. Yeah, we connect with that? Yeah, I hear you. And what about this? Everyone says niche down, but niche down to who? Which buyer shall I focus on? And I'm scared to niche down because what if I lose money doing it? Right? What about this one? Sarah, at times, not every day, but at times I feel like giving up. I've built a job that pays me less than my job, not a business where I'm thriving. Anyone want to admit to that one? Maybe, from time to time. Well done, Curtis, for admitting it, because I'm sure it is a thought that crosses most people's minds often. Now, these are the 3 fundamental truths, right, about those thoughts. These thoughts are not character flaws. They're symptoms of looking at your business through separate operating systems. That's what we're told to do as entrepreneurs. This person can do that for us. This person can do that for us. But think about it. Billion-dollar businesses don't do that. They look at their business growth through one operating system. And that's what I'm giving you guys today. One operating system to align your entire business. And every step I'm sharing with you today, which we're doing 5 secrets, guess what? Each secret is a step in that operating system. So pay attention. right? The second truth, what we're told to do as entrepreneurs, use fragmented experts, use this one for positioning, this one for our offer optimization, this one for branding, this consultant for that, this salesperson for that. It just creates expensive chaos because buyers don't understand fragmentation. They don't understand complexity. Buyers need simplicity. Hiring different experts is just a waste of money if they don't integrate. That's why so many founders and entrepreneurs lose money, myself being one of them. And that's how I know this, the hard way, right? And I'm saving you that pain through everything I'm sharing today. Now, the third fundamental truth is that when you have one integrated system you own, this builds instant clarity. Yes, for buyers, but guess who else for? Yourself and your team. And that enables you to build sustainable growth and your legacy. So let's dive in. I want to know the number one roadblock right now for each of you in building sustainable growth. Those joining on LinkedIn, drop it in the chat. One of my team will share it. You guys on Zoom, share it here. Anyone on YouTube, share. So what's your number one roadblock right now? Is it how to stand out in a crowded market? Number one. Is it two, how to build consistent sales? Put a 1, 2, 3, 4 or all in the chat. Is it three, what do buyers value about you the most? What to focus on? Or is it four, what is the best roadmap to use to scale? Okay, so just take a moment to look at these four and put a note in the chat. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay, so we've got people saying how to build consistent sales. My frustration is my message goes over the head of my audience. I hear you. That's Anthony. Hiker, how to build consistent sales and what is the best roadmap to use to scale. I hear you. Carolyn joining us. Welcome, welcome. Feel free to put your cameras on. We're just diving in. Donna, number 4. What is the best roadmap to use to scale? I hear you. Me too. I was lost for years. What is the best roadmap to scale? And Brett, what is the best roadmap and upfront costs of working with many large retailers? I hear you on that too. And I have a solution for that, Brett, as well. So really, it's, you guys are saying how to build consistent sales and what is the best roadmap to use to scale. Totally. Now, what would it be like for you if you just had one roadmap? This was the solution. This was the how to see your business from a buyer's point of view. This was how to, get to your dream buyers to buy from you without having to spend thousands and thousands on ads or PR. What a difference would that make to you? Out of 1 to 100. Think about it. Write it in the chat because that's what we're talking about today. 100. Love it. I hear you guys. Now, here's the solution. Just one simple operating system. So buyers choose you as the only choice without confusion. That's it. Without fragmented system, ads, or overwhelm. And this simple system we're covering. Now, I'm going to share case studies of buyers, of clients and members of Impact Innovator OS using it. But here's some right now. Like Jenny just scored $1 billion partners using this system. Simone has become a best-selling author and closing 5-figure deals. And now he's got like a really clear roadmap of how to win clients consistently. He's a coach using this system. Jenny is a not-for-profit. Alexandra is a product founder. She's raised funding really quickly using this system. Carol is like a seasoned founder. She didn't know how to scale. Now she's doing 200K sellouts and scaling to 5 million. The list goes on. All of these are top 1% founders who come to Impact Innovator OS. We only invite the best of the best to join this program. And, like you guys, they are experienced and they are clever and they're brilliant So what's the problem? I'm sharing with you why it's so hard right now. Now, just so you know a little bit about myself, Sarah Simmons, so you know who you're spending your valuable time with today. So, how did I come to build the operating system for entrepreneurs to scale as the only choice? So, here's why. Buying with purpose has been my mission since I was 5 years old. My dad was a pioneer of purpose-led manufacturing before anybody called it that. He showed me the future of business as a force for good. So I went into the corporate world and became one of the world's top buyers. I controlled personally $100 million in buying budgets for billion-dollar retailers. Now, what differentiated me as a buyer was I had a formula to choose sellout brands and businesses consistently. The secret is my category of one buyer intelligence system. Now, as a buyer, I didn't select businesses competing or discounting on price. I didn't select businesses that were confusing or generic. As a buyer, I selected and bought businesses that were a category of one. And my category of one selection system is what made me one of the world's top buyers, with one of my ex-bosses saying I was one of the best buyers he's ever seen, and he's a billion-dollar retailer. Now, I'm sharing that system with you today, and here is what I learned. This applies to everybody selling anything. And why I left the corporate world is this, because I saw a pattern that broke my heart. Innovators like you guys were being overlooked and left behind, not because they weren't brilliant or good enough, because they had no system in place how to give clarity to buyers of why they were a category of one. I knew buyers wanted to buy from innovators. The only thing stopping entrepreneurs, most entrepreneurs, 9 out of 10 entrepreneurs from scaling, guess what, guys? It isn't more funding or more experts or more money. It's having a simple system to lead as a category of one business so you can grow organically. I quit the corporate world because I realized the importance of this, because my mission is helping innovators who have a purpose to make a difference in the world scale. Is that you guys? Are you innovators who have a purpose to make our world a better place? Yeah? Hell yeah? Yeah? Give me a hell yeah for that. Of course you are. You wouldn't have left whatever you did in the corporate world if you didn't have that mission, right? I share that mission. Now, I built Impact Innovator OS so that entrepreneurs could stop being confused and overwhelmed themselves and literally just follow a simple, systemized process to be a category of one. So I reverse engineered that checklist of how I choose, and every buyer chooses a business, because every buyer, no matter whether they're buying coaching services, whether they're buying like energy innovation, whether they're buying products, whatever they're buying, everybody just wants to buy from a category of one business. They don't want the others. Right? And I'm going to share how you can become that now. The first founder who used this system scaled from 2 million to 4 million in 18 months. The 50 founders plus who've used this system are scaling in months, not years. Now, here is what category of one, being a category of one business is, so we're all clear. Does anyone think it's just positioning? No. Good, Brett. It isn't. You score the gold star on this one. Category of one is not just positioning. It is everything you do. Everything. And I will reveal each step to transform you into that category of one business now. Okay? And let's get started. Now, this is for founders, coaches, and consultants ready to make a difference. Whether you're at 50K, you want to get to 100K, whether you're at 100K, you want to get to 300K, whether you're at, a million and you want to get to 10 million, whatever it is. This is for innovation-led entrepreneurs looking for one solution, not more tools or hacks. This is for people who are ready also, to realize the power of mentorship. Not just wanting to think that the answer to everything is on ChatGPT, which it is, a lot of it. But we need someone, a guide, to give us that expertise from the outside in. Again, that's what I realized and learned the hard way. So if this is you, if you're a conscious leader, an innovation-led entrepreneur, a founder, coach, or consultant who wants to make a difference and wants to scale to 6, 7, 8 figures and beyond, this is for you. Is that you guys? Yeah? Yeah? Now, if you're just comfortable being comfortable, this isn't for you. Okay? Because we're climbing mountains here, guys. The mountains of business and life. So if you're comfortable being comfortable, you can leave. Right. Let's dive in. So this exact playbook, let's get started on this. This is for you, another big takeaway. This is a growth system you own forever. You don't need to keep paying for it every month. Now, here are some of the amazing founders that I've already mentioned. I'm going to bring them to life through their stories. We've got Simone here, Marie, Alexandra, Rachel, Paula, Carol. I'm going to share their success stories all the way through. Okay? And what they're doing, I care, of course, about your growth, but I also care about, the impact you want to make. I care about the legacy that you want to build. And these founders are building growth, impact, and legacy. They're climbing to the top of their mountain really fast. Now, I want to ask you a question. In terms of the growth you want to create, I'm going to give you 3 questions. What is your 12-month revenue goal? Write it on a piece of paper yourself. Write it in the chat. What is your 12-month revenue goal? Is it 100K, 500K, 300K, 1 million, 3 million, 10 million? Write it in the chat. And then the second question, how many people do you want to impact in the next 12 months? Do you want to impact 1,000 people? 10,000 people, right? How many people do you want to impact? And impact can be influence. Yeah, one of our founders, they give jobs to 5,000 herders in rural Tibet and their families. And they're impacting thousands of people through what they sell. Yeah? So how many people do you want to impact? So Curtis is saying thousands, Anthony's saying 500. How many people do you want to impact? And in terms of the freedom and lifestyle what do you want to be achieving that you're not now? So Donna's saying, I'm doing exactly what I want to be doing. I love that, Donna. I want a system, Sarah, to grow and scale. We've got people saying, Brett saying he wants to be doing 750K and more interested in impacting animals. I hear you, Brett. Last time my dog interrupted our whole webinar because he pulled out my power cable. So today, thank God, my team reminded me to move the power cable. I love animals too. So what else? What impact do you want to be making in your, lifestyle? And by the way, I've got our members impacting lots and lots of animals. One of our members is a pioneer of the sustainable, lively, like animal welfare standard for yaks in Tibet, which is really something I'm very proud of. Okay, another question. What is the number one problem stopping you from achieving these goals? Anthony, I love it. You want to be on 15 stages. Brilliant. And what's the number one problem stopping you guys from achieving this goal? So Donna's already mentioned a system. Sarah, I want the system. I want a roadmap. I just want someone to tell me what to do. Is that for everyone similar? Or anything else? Write it in the chat. I love it. Curtis, you want more time to take your family traveling and seeing all the places, and you want to be on stages. Amazing. And so Magdalena, love it. Lack of time. So Magdalena, if you had a simple system where you could have, people who were like freelancers and remote people running your system for you to grow, would that allow you to have more time? Right? Yeah, totally. If I gave you a system that then you could have team members that you don't need to, really train a lot, or like have to, you can pay them in an affordable way, would that be useful as well? Give you more time back. Okay. So we've got time, we've got lack of a roadmap. Anything else blocking you guys from growth? I know for me, it was literally, can someone just tell me how to grow my business in a way that actually works? Okay, so my last question here is, how long have you had this dream? 1 year, 3 years, 5 years? Answer honestly. 8 years. 1 year or so. So be honest, Curtis, what's the or so? Is it really 3? And how much longer are you guys prepared to wait to achieve your dream? Because here is the truth. The window to build your legacy is closing. And I'm going to explain why. Okay, so 3 years, Heike, I love it. Now, Brett's saying funding and near perfect execution plan. Okay, but you've been in business for 7 years. Right, okay. So there's a lot for you guys to think about already. You've got your dream, you know where you want to go. I love the numbers you've shared and the years. Really let that sink in. How long have you had your dream? And how much longer are you prepared to wait? And I'm going to explain why the window to build your legacy is closing. So let's dive into secret 1, category of 1, foundation. Hence my title here. I'm not saying category of 1 business. There's 5 steps to being a category of 1 business. This is category of 1 foundation. And each step will get you guys more and more being seen and bought by your dream buyers. So here's the truth. Buyers want to buy the top 1%. Think of yourself, category of 1 business, also that has a unique purpose in every niche. They don't want just like, the cheapest or fastest. They want something beyond that. They want the category of 1, but also that has a unique purpose, that has something they can really believe in with their heart. These businesses that master how to become that capture 80% of the market. The rest, the other 99% of businesses, literally are replaceable. Now, today, every business has less than 5 seconds to stand out. When I started saying this, like 3-4 years ago, it was 10 seconds. Imagine what it's going to be in another 3 or 4 years. The businesses who stand out are irreplaceable. Those who don't are replaceable. You know you're replaceable. This is the overwhelming reality. Send me an email. I found something, someone else, I'll think about it. What makes you different? Can I have a discount? Drop a hell yeah if you're getting this. That's for real. You know you're irreplaceable when you hear yes. Now, 99% of businesses are replaceable, not because they lack unique brilliance, simply because they don't master how to build their purpose into a category of one foundation, the first step to becoming irreplaceable. Why people don't do that is for many reasons, which I'm sharing right now. These are the most. 99% outsource purpose or positioning or packaging their offer or sales or marketing, or they try and chat GBT it, or they try and hack it. They don't get help for it. They don't find one person who can unlock their unique brilliance. Now, or they just overlook it and they think I'll get to it next month or year. Ultimately, that creates buyer confusion, overwhelm, and paralysis. But who do you think for? Before you ever overwhelm your buyers, you overwhelm yourself. Right? Buyers need insane simplicity to buy. Now, here's why it matters more in the next 12 months than 10 years to become a category of one business and build a category of one foundation, our first step. Because we all know AI is erasing jobs, but it's also creating space for what's going to happen to all the people whose jobs are erased. They're going to become entrepreneurs, coaches, and consultants, aren't they? Pretty much. There are 5.5 million new businesses annually in the US, I think. That's like 15,000 new competitors a day. The 1% who master becoming a category of one business, building a foundation of a category of one, will lead. As I said, because people are buying with their hearts and minds. People want you. They just have to understand why you're the number one in what you do. And they need to understand that in less than 5 seconds. Now, the window of opportunity, this is an amazing fact I absolutely love. We're in the biggest wealth transfer of our entire history of the universe. 84 trillion in wealth is being transferred to millennials and Gen Z now. And what most of them value most is purpose before price. So each market is choosing their leaders now, right now, over these next 12 months, which is why I asked you your dream. How long has your dream been your dream? And how much longer are you willing to wait to make your dream reality? Now, your opportunity is to engineer your business to become the only irreplaceable option. Does that sound like a good opportunity? Yes, becoming the only irreplaceable option. Great. So how do you do it? This is it. Simply top line. Right? Now we get into this a lot deeper in your category of one growth assessment call that you can apply for. So, 1, you unlock within your business the one thing you do that disrupts your category. Then, you unlock how you can share that disruption in a very unique, simple way so you can become the number one in your niche. And you focus on how your offer, your system, your coaching program, your product you sell, how that transforms someone's world. You do those 3 things, people will seek you out from the darkest corners of the globe. Now, as a $1 billion buyer, I would go around the world. I would go to like rubbish dumps. I'd go to the basements of Berlin. I'd go to the furthest corners of India and around the world to find businesses that tick these 3 boxes on my buyer intelligence framework. So if people are ignoring you, it's literally because you haven't taken yourself through a process to give them that clarity. You hearing me, guys? Yeah? Hell yeah? Good? Amazing? All right. So, what do most businesses do? Okay, why are they not giving that category of one foundation clarity? Because they mistake their category for a category of one, right? Oh, I'm a conscious coach. That isn't a category of one. Hi, I'm a coach and I have a method called transmutation design. That's a category of one. That's one of our founders, by the way, Simone. Another reason, they focus on proving why their positioning is better. They focus on their innovation rather than why they're the only one to solve their customer's problem. Buyers don't care about better, they care about the only one, the first one, and the buyers want to find the one, and they care about themselves. So as an innovator, your job is to transform your innovation, like repackage it into a way that it's solving the problem for your customer in a really simple way. And you need to build that, share that clarity in every step of what we're sharing today. The first being category of one foundation. So this is your $1 billion buyer checklist to build a category of one foundation. Write this down and take it with you. What makes you irreplaceable, not just better? Why are you the obvious choice, not just good choice? What transformation do you deliver, not just features? What is your authentic story, not just marketing copy? So how does this work in action? Well, here's Marie. Marie FL is a very amazing, fierce founder who has a beautiful delicatessen outside of New York called Marie FL Food Market. And she was struggling when we met because she was competing with all the other people on her island. New buyers were saying, why is your coffee like $8 years ago? And she was very exhausted and frustrated because she had to be front of shop all the time. And she wasn't able for her team to have a system to say to customers, what made them a category of one. She wanted to scale these products she was making out there to the world. And she didn't know how to sort of, again, say why she was unique. She was being passed by. Now, Maria has been to all the top mentorship programs before she met me and hired and fired many mentors in truth. And she told me that my system was better than household names I won't mention right now that you all know, right? Because why? Because we get to the root of you fast. So we also don't change you here. My job isn't to change anything you do. It's to optimize you from a buyer's point of view. We didn't rebrand Marie. We built a category of one foundation using buyer intelligence. And when I met Marie, she booked a category of one growth assessment. And she's like, I don't need to know how a buyer thinks. I was a buyer. What are you talking about? Right? But very quickly, Marie understood, seeing your business from the inside out is, again, just priceless because we can't do that ourselves. So what we did really quickly is we took Marie's category, organic food, and I went through a process with Marie, which we started in the growth assessment. Marie, what are the things that you do that is super unique? And we pulled out Marie's story, which is Marie really cared about nutritious food, and serving people like from her like homemade food from her delicatessen so that they could go and spend time with their families. So we realized also Marie's method and herself were really real. Like Anthony says, Brooklyn accent, French actually, really real. So we unlocked Marie's category of one, real food and things the French way. Do you get it? So category, organic food. Go through a process. What is it about your innovation that's very unique and in your story too? And we align those dots, your innovation, your purpose, your story. And boom, we build your category of one foundation, real food and things the French way. That we did in 30 days. Now, I work with founders literally over 12 months, but just this first step enabled Marie to increase her profits by 30%. Imagine what the other 4 steps are going to do. Okay? Now, how this works, we didn't just make them better, we made them incomparable. Right? This transformation isn't about changing anyone. It's about unlocking what buyers value the most about you from the inside out. So that is our first step to sustainable scale and my first buyer secret for you to scale as a category of one business. Like it, guys? Thumbs up? Getting some value? Amazing. Brilliant. Secret 2, high impact offer framework. So remember as well, each step builds your category of one business. So second step is high impact offer framework. Master how to stop chasing sales and start attracting 6, 7, and 8-figure new deals. Sound like a good plan? Great. Okay. So here's what I discovered running $100 million buying budgets. Myself, literally, is one of the reasons why I quit the corporate world. Buyers choose less than 1% of what they're shown. So I would go to these showrooms and it became worse and worse and worse. Like they were just full of stuff. And that's just physical stuff. Imagine all the stuff, all the different products, services, this, that, the other, that everybody's shown every day. But buyers buy a tiny amount, less than 1%. The rest is overlooked. So if you're not that 1%, you've got a problem. So we've talked about the 1% on the category of one foundation, but the next step of the 1% is actually the offer that you sell. So as a coach, people want one offer, not 10. Services, same thing. One high impact offer service. Food products, you can sell many different lines, but it needs to be packaged up under one high impact offer. You want one offer so simple to understand. This is the key why one offer is so important. Because when you're selling something, this is what so people understand about buyers. Or anyone you're selling it to. You're not just selling it to the person in front of you. You're selling it to their wife, the husband's wife. You're selling it to the buyer's board, right? You're selling it to the person's friends. And where people get unstuck is their offer is complicated, right? Or it's not unique. And your offer needs to be simple and memorable so that when you sell it, they can sell it on, getting buy-in. So you need to get multiple levels of buy-in, right? And buyers, they just don't want many options. Imagine how confusing our world is right now. Just let that sink in. Imagine how confusing our world is right now. People don't want more. They just want to be told, hi, Sarah, I've got this for you, and it's going to solve this problem for you. And all you need to do is just come here, and I'm just going to do it for you. Solve it for you, give you the best service, give you the best product. That's it. Yeah? That's it. Doesn't that feel calm? Calm. That's what we want. Most people are running around doing this. They're trying to convince people to choose them. Drop a hell yeah if that sounds familiar. They're justifying their product or their service, right? And they're saying, yeah, no, I really have got the best one. We're competing on price, not being valued, people asking for discounts or chasing for attention. Drop a hell yeah if you connect with any of these. Again, why does that happen? Because I know you and your offer are uniquely brilliant. It's literally because you just haven't been through a process to simplify your offer so that it's very simple and very unique and people understand the problem it solves for them and the benefit of their offer, of your offer. Okay? That's it. So if your growth is inconsistent, this is the key questions to ask yourself. And I'm asking you, is your business too complicated? With so many messages, buyers don't understand what you actually do? Or is it too generic? You sound like everyone else in your space and nothing makes you the only choice. Or is your business forgettable? Buyers meet you, but then they choose someone else because maybe you haven't figured out how to tell, your story in a way that everybody really values. So which one is it here? Right now, you can put it in the chat. Just put complicated, generic, forgettable. Which one is it? Complicated. I hear you. What about for everyone else? Complicated, generic, forgettable. Amazing. Magdalena's daughter's joined. She's going to learn a lot, Magdalena. Love it that she's joined. So your offer is jumbled and complicated. I hear you. Anyone else want to add? Your offer too complicated, too generic, or forgettable. Own it, guys. Face yourself. Because if sales are inconsistent, it's one of these three things. Sales, funding, whatever it is. Complicated. Heike, got it. And this is what I mean. It is complicated, I'm giving you guys grace. It's totally complicated. That's why I'm saying you can't chat GPT simplicity. You can't. Right? That's why when I share step 4, it's so key. I'm going to share the unlock. Okay. So the truth is that buyers choose you before they meet you. And buyers choose one high impact offer over 10 average offers every time. Who thinks you can scale to 7 figures with one high impact offer? Not 3 or 4 or 5 or 10. Yes, you can. Who thinks you could scale to 8 with one high impact offer? Yes, you can. One of our founders, like I was saying, she didn't think that the service, she makes wine. She didn't think that the service part of her business was the high impact offer. And it was. When she came on her category of 1 growth assessment, I unlocked for her, Eugenie, your power is in the service you provide your customers. Guess how much money that has made their company in 1 year? Really turning the volume up that actually it's the service behind what they do. Over $1 million in extra revenue. Right? So when I give you the opportunity to book your category of 1 growth assessment or apply for it, you better jump on board. Okay. So how do I know this from an entrepreneur's point of view? Because you've heard the first part of my story. I was a buyer. Then I quit. And then, I launched this program as well after many years. What enabled me to launch this program is then I became an entrepreneur myself. I founded Shaka Chakra, a sustainable jeans brand. So I understand the suffering firsthand of everything I'm sharing. Now, we had a choice. We could compete with thousands of other brands, or we could focus on offering one high impact offer using $1 billion buyer psychology. We chose focus. We focused on one transformation. Remember I said one problem you solve. The world's most sustainable jeans brand. We focused on one perfect buyer. Another key part of this, when we talked about niching down in the beginning. Conscious consumers who refuse to compromise on style. We focused on being incomparable, having an award-winning innovation no one else had. Now, what was the result of that? Okay, really quickly, as a startup, we became stocked in the best retailers. We won Impact Entrepreneur of the Year. We built a celebrity cult following, and we built 1 million organic reach for free. Because we focused on one high impact offer that was literally irreplaceable. Here's how you do that. So your first step is your category of one foundation. Second step is you simplify. You simplify your offer to the one problem you solve. And what about your offer that is unique in the world? You focus on premium pricing and you focused on transformation. What is the number one transformation you're giving people? Is it in health? Is it in wealth? Is it in relationships? What is it? Okay. Now, here's what I learned firsthand as a founder myself about high impact offers. When you have that one high impact offer that solves one specific transformation for one perfect buyer, it means you stop competing and start owning your category. I talk about this one a lot, right? What do I mean by that? So Magdalena, you've said your customers often tell you that you're not trying to convince them that to buy, and they buy anyway. That's amazing. Now your next step is to systemize that by focusing on one perfect buyer, because the beauty of online is that you can reach anyone anywhere, but that's also a nightmare, right? What you want to do is find your one perfect buyer and then systemize everything you do to find them. And that's again what we cover in our category of one growth assessment. Now, I came from fashion. I'm like, oh, maybe this just works in the fashion industry. But then I realized everybody is a product. You're a product. You are products, right? This system is now literally working across coaches, consultants, authors, e-commerce businesses, service providers, you name it. They're using the high impact offer system and all the steps I'm sharing with you today and literally breaking through to category of one. What will that happen for you when you apply this methodology? Right? Put something here in the chat. When you lead as a category of one and you really simplify to your high impact offer, what will that do for you? Save you money, save you time, save you mental bandwidth, right? Make you money, give you time, give you systems so your team can scale, drive sales and do more good, Brett. I love that. Yay, you're my kind of person. It would save you time, Magdalena, yes, to offer less products. Digital online courses to the plastic industry. Oh my God, I love the impact you're making, Magdalena. Yes, it will save you so much time and it will make you so much impact because then you'll be able to scale this, what you're doing massively. I love it, guys. Keep sharing in the chat. Okay, so we've covered your second step to sustainable scale as a category of one business, simplifying, high impact offer framework. Now the third secret, okay? I love this and it's the linchpin of everything. The social selling formula, how to sell without selling 24/7, even if you're antisocial. Even if you're an introvert. Yes, you can do this. So today, whether you're online, offline, or both, buyers are overwhelmed with choice. We've established that. Thousands are completing for less than 5 seconds. The thing is then, when you're ignored, it's not personal. You're literally just lost in the crowd, no matter how good you are. And you're there thinking, nobody loves me. I'm feeling rejected. but it's not you. Because here's what it is. Today, winners in every niche focus on building one thing, a founder-led movement, even if you hate doing this, right? If you don't want to do what I'm sharing, there's a way that you can do it so it's a system that doesn't take your time. Here is a social selling framework that makes you unmissable. Okay, and how I figured it out. So here's a picture of my second business, Bespoke Your World. So after I did my first business, where I realized, that these fragmented experts I spent 150,000. I'm holding my hands up to that on fragmented experts. So I really learned that the hard way and really realized that isn't the secret to sustainable scale. Second business, I realized the power of online. And if you could couple that with buyer psychology, you were really limitless, right? Because we all know we have to post content and blah, 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 and that we're in this founder-led world, but we're doing it and not getting any engagement, not getting anywhere. More people are getting more attention. Can't build a tribe, random sales, some months great. Buyers love us when they buy from us, but how do we replicate that? The truth is you're working harder, but staying invisible. Connect with some of the things I'm saying? Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Why? So again, I just shared my reveal. I spent 150,000 on experts thinking that they could really figure out how to scale a business, and I was left no better off. And I realized this one thing. I'm like, Sarah, you're the buyer. You know why. And suddenly it hit me like boom, because buyers need to see things holistically. Buyers need to understand you holistically. So if you outsource content to one person, outsource sales to another person, outsource like SEO or events or lead generation or building partnerships to other people, how does a buyer understand you? Or website design, and you kind of just say, let someone else do it, or your packaging, or you let someone else do it. That's why you end up with something that's generic or confusing, right? Because the answer starts with you. I have my favorite phrase, your real power is you. Now, I'm not against you guys getting team support or hiring other people. I love them. I have an amazing team. But those people I invested in were never able to help me until I figured out how to systemize myself so they could scale me. Does it make sense? Yeah? Me, your offer, you as a founder and your business. So this is how you kind of systemize yourself as a founder online to become unmissable. So you take your category of one, foundation, and you build that then into a category of one online with your thought leadership. You become the voice in your niche, not one of many, the voice. You build a community online. You host exclusive events. You build strategic partnerships. You build an outbound and an inbound sales system. The result then is that you have a predictable revenue making machine. And the result then is other people can grow your business for you. Now, here is how I learned that, right? In Bespoke Your World. So we built a business on Instagram. This is how I learned all about online and how this is such a key step, how you break through to become noticed and build predictable sales. We went from 0 to 300K in revenue without a single agency or paid ad. We literally built a predictable revenue machine by building an outbound selling system that then a team ran without me, and I teach founders today. We were able to attract and sell to the top 0.1% clients, including royalty, Fortune 500 executives, and global influencers. In fact, I put a post the other day how I sold a 50K offer to a billionaire on LinkedIn. And I'd totally forgotten that story in this business. I was telling one of my team, we did that through this method. We were able to build predictable months of revenue without any advertising. And all of this cost less than $50,000. That's the key difference when you unlock your unique power, right? And systemize it. Your unique power, category of one. Your unique power, high impact offer. Your unique power, a social selling framework. Is this clear? You with me? Right? Okay. So then founders started asking me my secret sauce. How did I attract these clients so fast? So then I taught them the formula. And this is the thing. I don't work with bad founders and I don't change founders. I work with good and great founders and make them awesome by teaching them this formula. Okay? So when you've got that category of one foundation, step one, high impact offer, step two, then you package it up in a social selling campaign. This is how you build predictable sales for your business that are consistent. And here are the 4 elements of that. Category of one, content, social selling events, outbound sales system, inbound sales system. So you know those people who say, oh, I can do your lead generation, do this, do that, make all these promises. Like, it doesn't work until you have these ducks in a row yourself and you've systemized yourself. Okay? Learn it the hard way. I'm sure some of you have too. So here's Carol. Great case study. Carol is been in my program I met Carol about 3 years ago. She loves my program so much. She keeps being there because her results are just compounding and compounding and compounding. So Carol is an amazing D2C founder, a brilliant innovator, a Harvard alumni, and she'd had her business for years. She literally was lost in the crowd. She felt uncool, inauthentic, no movement, no tribe, invisible to partners, no time to post, didn't want to, she's a founder. She didn't want to be doing social stuff, social selling. Who connects with that? I'm a founder. I know I really did for a long time, by the way. I am a business person. I do not want to be doing social stuff online. I'm an innovator. I don't want to be making some content or writing stories, right? Okay, so Carol's like, I'm an innovator. I'm helping, Tibetan farmers sell their yak products. I don't really care about the products. I just want to sell more of it. She did care about the products. I mean, she didn't know how to, she was selling loads of things and she didn't know which was the thing. So with Carol, we'd already gone through category of one, step one, high impact offer, streamlining her offer to an award-winning collection. And the next step was, how do you get it out there in a predictable revenue way? So this is what we did. We didn't teach her to post more. We taught her to sell socially. Instead of one of many, she became the number one voice everyone follows in her niche. Instead of posting collections, she posted high impact offers, building a tribe of raving fans. She built, instead of chasing, really credible leaders to partner with, and the result, 24/7 sales system, and ideal clients and partners chasing her instead. Now, honestly, everything in Carol's business is thriving. She's used this social selling foundation to have repeated 200K plus sellout launches. Carol transformed from feeling uncool and invisible and hating doing anything to do with putting herself out there into the world, right? To literally having a system where it's kind of done for her, her team can then do it for her. And again, she's able to grow consistently. Another amazing client and member right now, Vanessa. I mean, Vanessa is just, when you unlock, the thing is as well, when you unlock your category of one and your high impact offer foundation, this step, social selling, becomes 100 times easier. So Vanessa was the same, went from hating content to now like making the most amazing videos and just being out there in the world and people really, really connecting with them, right? Now, that's your step 3. So part of it, this is about, making, putting yourself out there online in a systematic way. And part of that step is also about building a predictable outbound marketing system and building strategic partnerships so you can grow organically. Okay? Got it, guys? Okay, let's move into secret 4, impact mindset. The real secret for limitless scale. Here's what I learned. Even if you have everything in place, guess what? 95% of what we do every day is subconscious. Who knew that? So we go on a loop. So inside us, we all have feelings. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. I'm not whatever enough. Right? So unless we combine the secrets 1, 2, and 3 with having a safe place to really work through our mindset limitations, we're limiting ourselves and we can't summit our mountains. Making sense? Okay, and this is how I unlock the power of mentorship and mentorships that have a mindset. Mentorships that have a system. So the truth no one talks about is that mindset mastery is really, really key. Okay, so whatever's going on in our mindset. So Magdalena, you don't have any limitations. That's amazing. Maybe there's other things going on with mindset. Maybe I don't have time, I'm overwhelmed, whatever it is, right? What I realized about the power of the mind is that people out there have amazing systems for breakthrough in whatever we want to build in our life. Right? They have amazing systems for breakthrough. So wherever your own, struggles are in business, in mindset, in life, what I found out is that, wow, when you work with a mentor that has a system, not just any old mentor, everything changes. I realized that we only have so much energy. Physical, mental, and emotional. And when we are doing things we don't like making content or showing up online or selling or whatever, it's a big emotional drain until we have a system in place. And burnout is emotional, is what I learned. And I learned that climbing mountains. It was after this moment, I realized that I was always trying to reach to the summit of a mountain in business and in life, and something was holding me back. And I realized it was because I hadn't invested in myself with mentors that have a system to help me reach my goals. Right? And it was this moment that changed everything for me. And I'd really wanted to do things like climb base camp Everest for many, many years. I'd really wanted to be able to get to the top of a mountain, not at the top, not at the back, at the front. And I met this guy, Mike, right? Mike is ex-SAS from the UK, and he had a system of how to summit the mountains. And so I followed Mike's system. He was an expert guide. And here's the change. This is obviously like an analogy, climbing mountains in business and in life. What changed for me when I followed a mentor that had a roadmap was that I was able to climb higher than ever before. And I reached that goal last year. And this year, or just in December, I just got back from Patagonia. I went hiking in Patagonia. And guess what? I reached the top of the mountain, the first person out of a group of 15, because I had followed the systems that different mentors had taught me. So I ask you guys this question now for yourselves. Which future wins? Do you guys want to keep going as you are, or do you want to take a new road? Do you want to keep going as you are, or do you want to take a new road? New road. Amazing. And guess what that new road is? That new road is all underpinned by your real power is you. Amazing, guys. So your new roadmap wins. So I'm going to dive in to Shift 5, which is the roadmap. Now, you can take everything I've shared today, and I'm sharing with you today in this Shift 5, and you can implement this new roadmap yourself without applying for an assessment with me, without my mentorship method. The only thing, you'll succeed, I have no doubt. The only thing I can't guarantee for you is how long this will take, okay? So you've all committed to the new roadmap. Now you decide you do that roadmap yourself, or you apply for a category of 1 growth assessment with me. If you haven't already, because I don't even know from my team if there's any spots left. Okay, so let's dive in to Impact Innovator OS, the one system to simplify how you scale. So why did I build this? Because of everything I've shared with you guys today, because of my own suffering, which I don't want for other entrepreneurs, because I'd spent 30K hiring branding experts, 10K on offer experts, 5K a month in marketing experts, X on sales gurus, the list goes on. And I realized the pattern. As I said, fragmentation doesn't work, integration works. And this is how this system was born. And I also realized, from step 4, that really as entrepreneurs, gosh, we try to cut all the corners, not invest in ourselves, do everything the hard way, take the cheap road, try and chat GBT it, and get totally overwhelmed and waste years of time. And I realized for all the innovators out there that don't want to waste time, the benefit of having a buyer look at your business every single week and just say that is the one thing that you need to do, as well as having one system, was so powerful. And then seeing all the founders using this system and getting the amazing results they've never had before, that's what drives me every day. And that's what leads to them going and giving amazing reviews on my website and amazing reviews on Trustpilot. And here's how I figured this out. So from that buyer's point of view and being an innovator myself, this is how I figured it out, because I am an innovator like you guys. Right, I love complexity. Yeah, I'm the first one who's ever built a mastermind that puts all these pieces of a puzzle together. I'm an innovator like you. And it was this thing, this realization, innovation is complicated and buyers need simplicity to buy. This was the game changer for me. And I realized how you give simplicity is aligning your entire business in one roadmap, one system, so that then as well, you can buy back your time. I mean, get back your time, because then you can literally give this system to others to grow. Buyers Need Simplicity changed it all for me, and it changed everything and changes everything for the founders who I invite to join Impact Innovator. So, as I said, we know that fragmented doesn't work. This is why it doesn't work. Because when, one person looks at your positioning, or you try and figure it out yourself, and then you're trying to look at your business through the buyer's eyes, and the positioning doesn't match the offer, or you can't really understand, well, what problem am I solving? I'm solving 10 problems for clients. Which one do I focus on? Then the marketing doesn't match the sales process. If there's a sales process, sales conversations don't match your unique offer, your unique delivery, or you might have one great sales conversation or one great conversation with funders, but then you can't repeat that a second time. Your pricing doesn't match your value. All of these happen because we don't integrate everything, every part of our genius together. The result is you're confused, buyers are confused, team is confused, working, getting nowhere. Sound familiar? Yeah. So, solution, one in-house system that replaces all the fragmented systems. One in-house roadmap with all the systems to scale organically, like the predictable revenue, the outbound marketing, how to do social selling, how to build strategic partnerships, all with proven frameworks. One done for you plug and play formula. And the best thing of all, on top of all of this, everything underpinned by buyer intelligence that every single founder I work with gets in one-to-ones consistently, so that they don't need to figure out what makes a buyer buy you. Somebody else is figuring that out for you. And the total investment, a fraction of what this costs to do it separately. Okay? So this system enables you to reach your goals in months, not years. I mean, literally, Jenny, the lady I mentioned, she's been in my program about 90 days. We've totally pivoted her business because I've helped her unlock really what her high impact offer is. She's been able to raise 6 figures in funding, and she's been able to attract billion-dollar partners. And now she has a plan in place how she will grow her not-for-profit to 1 million plus. That's for real. That's one member right now. That's in 90 days. So again, as I said, you guys are all brilliant. You can do this, all these 5 steps yourself. This is your choice. Do you want to do that? Or do you want the roadmap, the system, and the buyer intelligence? Because here's the thing. I only invite up to 2 new members a month to join Impact Innovator OS right now, because I like to work with each founder personally. And the members signing up right now get me as their one-to-one growth mentor, right? Now, our founder members receive this, the done for you implementation system. It's one roadmap that we implement into your business so that anybody can access it, and then you can give it to any team member who joins you. And that same system then enables other people to scale your business without you. So here's what you get in the system. So the first step, like the steps that I've laid out, is category of one foundation. We build that in 30 days. So we take you from replaceable to irreplaceable. We build a category of one system like real food and things the French way, this becomes your underpinning that's beyond positioning. It's everything you do. You then use that online. You use it in all your marketing, all your sales materials, everything that you do. And it gives funders clarity, buyers clarity, you clarity of how you can sell systematically. And again, they can remember your business. That we do straight away in 30 days. Then we move on to your high impact offer really quickly. Now, I've given 3 examples here for services, product businesses, and coaches, live examples, what we do. So this is a service business. Rachel had loads of confusing services on her website. We streamline it to very simple services everybody understands, and then we systemize it. So there's Rachel's team that then can go out and start building sales calls, building meetings with people without Rachel, while Rachel is on stages. Make sense? Yeah? Then we have Carol that I mentioned earlier with products. So then we look at all the products, all the different services you're doing, and what is your high impact offer within everything that you do, so that you can, like Carol, waste less, have an offer that sells out. So each offer sells to multiple 6 figures, right? Then we have coaches like Simone. So Simone goes from having I'm a conscious leader to having a transmutation design program that is systematic, productized, so that he can scale that really simply to 7 figures. No more justifying prices, no more having to customize, one formula for the coaching system. The next thing we do, 90 days, we build your social selling engine. So this is where we give you all the systems to build outbound marketing and inbound marketing. So you can grow organically. Then, you can layer on ads, do whatever else you want, but you've got your foundation really set and you don't need to hire other experts to teach you how to do it. Alexandra put this in place. She literally has attracted investors via LinkedIn, and she closed new funding in 90 days. So all of that system is housed online and in a roadmap that you keep forever, with forever learning. You have one-to-one sessions. As I said, the next 2 founders that sign up, they're guaranteed with me. And you also have group sessions with other founders, which are really cool, every week. So what is included is the entire system, the one-to-one implementation sessions where someone's looking at your business with the buyer point of view every single time. Like the other day I had we have neuroscientists on our program with the most complicated, amazing system they're building for gifted kiddos. And, in just a few sessions, they've completely unlocked something they've struggled with for years, of how to build an entire high impact. They have the offer, how to now put the offer in place so they can scale it. Right? And that's the feedback I give in every one-to-one session. Then we do weekly Q&As that are all about implementation, getting you scaling. So I set challenges for everybody. I give you the latest systems on outbound marketing, on lead generation, on content, whatever it is. And then also you all get custom growth roadmap, which is underpinned with proven buyer psychology. So that total investment is 150K at least. Obviously for a fraction of that, but there's still more, because the bonuses I also include for founding members is lifetime access to these growth frameworks, and Up to 1 to 2 additional team members can come for free in my legacy program. And as I said, the next 2 people are guaranteed their one-to-one sessions with me. So that's another 150K in value. So 300K in total. And this is a no-brainer if you really don't want to waste time. If you're happy to waste time and carry on, this isn't for you. If you want to get moving in the next 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and if you want someone who can really give you that growth support from a buyer's point of view and the whole system there and done, this is a no-brainer, because our members are getting clients really quickly. They're getting funding really quickly. They're achieving their goals really quickly. And so then the system literally pays for itself. So as I said, I'm really happy to have been with you today. I'm really honored to be with you. You can take this and implement it on your own. I have no doubt you will be successful. Just can't guarantee the time. For those of you who don't want to do it on their own, I know that's me, that was me, or, realize they don't want to waste time, this is the category of 1 growth opportunity again. So this is an assessment call you book. You click this QR code here. We also will have a link in the chat, and also you can go online. As I said, there were 3 spots guaranteed with me. I don't know if they've already gone. So jump on it now and book that call. It's an application. So we give you a few questions to fill in. And if you are successful with the application, we do that call. It's a 45-minute diagnostic call where what we do is unlock where your category of 1 growth opportunity is. As I said, my brain is billion-dollar buyer trained. I look at everybody as a high impact offer themselves and their business. So our job here at Impact Innovator OS is helping founders unlock all those things within you that are the thing, the roadmap to growth. So as well as giving you a roadmap to growth, right? We then give you the customized feedback, which step by step is your custom roadmap for growth. So in your call, that's where we start unlocking major shifts. Like Marie, with the real foods business, we started to unlock all these different ways that Marie could scale her business that she'd never even thought of before. With Carol, the founder that did the 200K sellout launches, we unlocked for Carol how with all her products she was offering, what were the products that were her high impact offer. With Eugenie, the winery business, that actually they realized their value, their high impact offer was in the services. We unlocked there what was unique in their services that they were offering. And it was that unlock in this call that was the foundation for them to build 1 million euros in additional revenue. So more than $1 million. So now I have time for a couple of questions. For anyone that has any question about anything, right? Please drop it in the chat. Thank you, Brett. Take care. Have a wonderful week. Now, any questions, anybody? Live. Okay? Anyone want to share anything? And thank you, Heike. Lovely to see you. Thank you, everybody. So, no questions. I will wish you a fantastic evening. Thank you for being here today. And I look forward to seeing those of you who are taking that next step on your category of 1 growth assessment. Take care. Thank you, Curtis. Bye, everybody. Bye, Magdalena. Bye, Anthony. Bye, Alex. Take care, everybody.